Thick tongue Lotus at it again. So this is his response to the Nene interview. Oh, and he's not wearing his allegedly shirt. I'm surprised. But he's still in that funky little closet. All them shoes, I don't see no Arm& Hammer. So he opens up promoting his merch. His merch, my merch, whoever's merch. And we have new merch at the Biffa Emporium. This Nene Leakes interview was the most defining interview of his career. I mean, it ain't that big of a get for you. You know the heifer. You've worked with the heifer. I would say you getting good guests on your show is a given because you're a producer. That's your pull. I don't know why you ain't had Bethany on. Oh, God, you fake tearing up again. I don't see a whiff of water. This is your defining moment. You would think getting your own shows on OWN would be defining moments, but oh no. Oh God, now Carlos is very spiritual. Well, you used to have a thieving spirit, I'll give you that. The spirit of theft, the spirit of taking what's not yours, the spirit of a Parasite brand. That's a spirit too. So Nene gave Carlos King the interview after turning everybody else down. I'm not surprised, and also Nene went with you because Nene knew she would get control of the interview. You probably let her take out and keep in whatever she wanted. You never challenged her. So I could see her picking you because you're both begging to be back on Bravo. He said, I just want to thank Nene and she supports black creators while you steal from them. Okay, Carlos, I'm not going to say you come from a good place. You come from a kiss butt place. However, you are good at letting the guests get out their full side. So we know, however diluted, that's what they're thinking. Now that is a skill you have, Carlos. You do make them feel safe. You'll ask what we want to know, but you will let them say whatever they want. So I won't say you ask too hard of a questions, but you will ask what we want to know. You're a softball interview, and there's nothing wrong with that. So he said everybody was interested in what she was going to say, and they thought she was going to burn the house down. She already burned the house down, which is why she can't get back on Bravo. So he's glad he was able to show Nene in a better light and that she's in a happy place. And she still seemed bitter and focused on the starless while she stays showless. Oh my goodness, so Carlos is talking about how he ain't gonna touch a legal situation. Don't ask about it off camera. He doesn't want to know. And she gave the networks her props. We kissing your ass, Bravo. We're kissing your ass. Bring us back, baby. Bring us back on home to daddy. Just go on and show up at Andy Cohen's Hampton's house and present yourself. My God, I mean, this is just begging. Beggity begging. Dry begging. Carlos really thinks he's showing off her growth. She was acting like a 4-year-old and now she's acting like a 17-year-old. I'm still not seeing the 60-year-old I need to see. The only growth Nene had is her nose. Now he addresses Nene's ego. Why don't you address her EGOT? Oh, 'cause she ain't got an EGOT. Candy getting close though. He said anybody in Nene's position would develop an ego from overnight fame. Well, it's 15 years later. She should have adjusted. He got an ego when he got his first executive producer credit. Oh, honey, you had it long before that. I don't know what it feels like to be the biggest black female reality star in the world. I don't know what that feels like. Oh, okay, but sweetie, that was 15 years ago. She's been off the show for 3 years. She's been used to fame for a while now. That new fame is no longer an excuse for her ego. And she is the biggest black female reality star in the world. So why ain't she working? Why ain't she really working? I mean, she, bumped into College Hill for a minute, but I don't know. Nobody talked about it. There were no memes from that. No rave reviews. Has her moment passed? He said 90% of our favorite black reality stars will call Nene and ask for a blueprint. I mean, but where is her house now? And again, she don't have a blueprint for a house she don't own. And who's taken Nene's advice and it led them to success? I want to hear about that. Don't tell me about the call. Show me the proof that the pudding's in. Oh God, now people are calling Melody for the blueprint. Melody in his shack. Ain't nobody trying to mimic that. Why do I feel like Carlos is gonna start doing seminars soon? I feel like a seminar is coming with him. He's talking about people who jump on the Carlos King hate train, not giving them any mind. Now, thick tongue, I stay on your brain during the biggest moment of your career. But I guess I don't hate you. You know, I actually think you're bold to get on here day after day, impediment and all, and try to communicate. And some days, you succeed. He is really on a mountaintop defending Nene Leakes, saying she's got accountability because she cries with me in private. She doesn't have a big ego because she didn't get paid for the interview because she knew I'd let her control the narrative for free. So now Nene had no leadership. She had no one to talk to as the first of her kind, so of course she got an ego. Is this just an hour of defending Nene? She already said what she said, Boy, when you kiss ass, you love to roll it around in your mouth. Now we getting into Kim Kardashian, who Nene loves. I hope no one took Nene saying she should be bigger than Kim as shade to Kim. This is just damage control. This is why she gave your ass the interview. Carlos, it's not so much controversial that Nene thinks she should be on the same level as Kim Kardashian. It's just delusional. Because Kim had a family and Nene didn't. Well, Kim had a family people wanted to look at. So he's saying, well, Nene was on an ensemble show and so was Kim. It's not like she was a solo star. Kourtney Kardashian and Scott Disick carried the early season of the Kardashians. We love the Kardashians out here. I just love to say Kardashian. Girl, I wish you had this kind of enthusiasm for love and marriage, but you never talk about them that much. But God, the Kardashian, oh my God, you can get your eyes light up. Your pussy's a quicker over Kardashian. You would eat Kim's puss. A bolt just fell, and it looks big and important. What did you belong to? Is it part of the chair? Because this chair don't need to lose no more bolts. Oh, God, so now he's saying that black people don't get the same opportunities, which they don't. That is true. But to compare it to Beyonce not getting Album of the Year, Nene not getting Kim Kardashian, heifer please. Kim Kardashian, again, had a family that was its own show so that she could become the star. Nene and them kids, Nene and Greg were adorable, but they did not have the dynamics that that family had. Yeah, Kim had Kris Jenner, but Kim was also at a stage in life that was much more interesting. Nene had a good 10 years, and now it's like, okay, what else do you have to give? Kim is now in her housewife with young kids phase. Well, now, middle kids. I don't know what you call them. Y'all have to stop thinking that this black woman didn't have it so hard growing up in this business. Growing up, she was 40 when she came on the show. Growing up, okay, I can see getting a little ego when your money get right, but growing up, you need to grow up. Growing up. Nene, a full-grown moose growing up in this engine. Carlos, oh Lord, your lies. Your thick-tongued fallacies. Support Nene and support Kim Kardashian. Now you're talking about Rob the Throb's response to Nene calling her starless. Why are you mad people mention your name, Robin? You're a public figure. I will never get that. Well, you sure got pissed with me, thick tongue. Carlos, what Nene was saying is, for Rob to be so starless, they got a whole bunch of other housewives they could have mentioned, like the starless Kyle, the starless Giselle, but it's always Rob Dixon. Rob Dixon is surprised she's in the conversation because wouldn't you have other popular housewives to talk about? Since she's so forgettable, why can't you forget her? Every time y'all talk, you seem to talk about her. So Rob has a point. We talk about her being boring, but we sure do talk about her a lot. Nowhere near as much as the housewives of OC. We got her name in our mouth a lot for her to be so boring. So I see what Rob the Throb was getting at. Carlos, why are you going in on Rob the Throb? I mean, she gave a cute little clapback. It's not worth all this. Somebody need to tell you on TV. Rob knows that's how she's able to afford her cap collection and her cheating husband. Is your African giving you the anal you deserve? Because you seem uptight and not all right. Carlos said Nene had all the girls stopping their day to respond. The only one who didn't was Giselle. And that's because Giselle ain't never got no clap back. It's not because she doesn't care. Now he congratulating Claudia for getting her big ups from Nene, but telling her to get out of other people's fights on Instagram. So him and Nene are talking about a tour. The Spit Shield era. What will you call it? Spit Shield and the Moose? The Bravo Beggin'. Oh, I know. Showless, not starless. Didn't Nene try to be a stand-up before and it didn't work because she ended up cussing somebody out and almost got canceled? Now we're having a Q&A, but you're a liar. All right, well, that was the shit, so I'm going to see you soon for something.